If anybody ever takes blood pressure down here, don't let them do it. Just let them be above your heart.
Is that above my heart? That I didn't feel any better, so I just kept increasing my dose. Gained 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Was completely unrecognizable. I couldn't see my eyes. They were totally slanted. You couldn't see my teeth because my lips were so swollen. My face was the size of a stop sign. Couldn't fit into any of my clothes. My parents, when they came to visit me, cried. It was horrible.
Oh my goodness.
Horrible.
That's terrible.
It was terrible. I couldn't get out of bed. The worst, most debilitating part, the part that was actually way worse than the weight gain, was that I had to eat every 2 minutes or else I would almost faint. Not every 2 minutes, it was probably every 30 minutes.
Really?
The only thing I could really eat was chicken.
Okay.
I was force feeding myself pounds and pounds of chicken.
Just protein, just all you could eat?
Yes. It was just,
What happens if you had a carbohydrate or fat or something?
just violent shaking and really, really intense feelings of about to faint. What would be the word? Faintness?
Pass out.
Fine,
Right?
good.
Pass out.
And grinding hunger pains, blurry vision, really, really agitated, completely unable to think straight.
So
and
your blood sugar, even though you were eating, it was never getting up to the level that you needed for
Right.
like human life practically
And the
to be able to
thing-
function.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
the thing that was so confusing to every doctor was that my actual blood sugar readings were high. So they always would say, it's in your head, you need antidepressants. You need anti-anxiety, you need antidepressants.
You know what comes to me right now? I mean, I know we've been working on it for a long time, but this is actually a real thing I just thought about. Is, you know, with Dr. Shaw's lab, they do this test called the organic acid test, and it measures oxalates. And in autistic kids, I mean, you're not autistic, but it may be similar mechanisms. They have a lot of issues with gut, a lot of issues with blood sugar.
Yeah.
That the oxalates are produced by candida. And the candida actually will start taking over your metabolism and produce these oxalates, will cut off your ability to make ATP at pyruvate. So all you're getting is like 2 molecules of ATP from everything you eat. It never gets down to the oxidative phosphorylation. I just thought of this.
Oh my
so
God.
You probably want to do the organic
Oh my
acid
God,
test.
that could be it.
It could be.
I mean, because I've improved
Yeah.
it dramatically. Dr. Churchill was able to pinpoint that it was allergies, food allergies, which I thought he was crazy. I was like, food allergies are doing this? That's crazy. I took a panel, an allergy panel, and he said it was the worst he'd ever seen outside of a
Can
severely...
I get it and show it?
Okay, so we did this test, it's the allergy test, back in, I believe it was January or February, and the difference was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I started, I mean, as you can see, I'm allergic to virtually every
Yeah, we
food.
should clarify. These black lines here, they have low, moderate, and avoid. And she had multiple avoids all across the page, on both pages, which means someone's really sick. When you see labs like this, you see it 1 out of 100. What's interesting is with autistic kids, who are the worst, they have the worst of all of them, they have probably like, from here up it's all black, they have you can see a little light in there. So when somebody who isn't autistic has this, you're going to know they're very, very sick.
Thank you.
And we can pinpoint all their foods, and they can get off those foods, and then, so tell them what happened after you did that.
Yeah, it was just night and day. I finally started to be able to eat like a normal person. My blood sugar kind of regulated, and I could go maybe 3 or 4 hours without eating. It was a godsend. I was so elated. I could start introducing different foods. I wasn't eating fruit because I didn't know that I could, so I started eating apples and grapes, bananas. It was a totally different world.
So you know what happened actually? Not only were you're not eating foods that you know are culprits, but you're so scared to eat anything. And that's I've seen with a lot of my patients because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of information. They're going on all over the place, and maybe another doctor does some allergy, but they don't do. This is an IgG, IgE, so it's measuring 2 parts of the immune system. Most of the time they do the IgE, the pinprick one, and if you don't have big welts on your arms, they say you're not allergic to anything.
And so then, with this, I was able to gradually wean off the steroids. I lost 47 pounds. 20 of it was just from cutting out these foods.
Yeah.
And then I think I was able to go off the steroids in about 2 months. My face totally came back. I was so happy. I felt like I was going to need plastic surgery because everything was so distorted.
Yeah.
And I was always asking him, like, do you know a surgeon, or what if my lips don't go back to normal? It was really
Yeah,
scary.
I've never seen such a severe severe
distortion.
steroid distortion. You must have been on for a long time. those
Yeah, I was
steroids.
on it for over a year.
Okay.
And you're only supposed to be on them for 2 weeks at the most. And then Dr. Churchill put me on HCG, which is a diet plan.
Pharmaceutical grade HCG.
And I lost 2 pounds a day. Got back into a size 4, and
kept it off. Too.
Kept it off.
That's important.
Totally
There's
kept
a
it
lot
off.
of people some people use HCG irresponsibly, and it's just like a revolving door. I guess maybe because they're going to make money. I don't know, but we don't want to do that here. We want to make sure, if we're going to do weight loss pretty fast like that, we have plans. There's a third stage built into it so that they don't gain it back. It doesn't hurt their metabolism. It's only 4 weeks at a time. Maybe they might do another 4 weeks with a break in between, and I limit it at that. That's it. If they don't lose weight by then, I won't do it anymore. There's nothing, any wrong with it, but I'm just, those medicines that when you lose weight quickly, I'm just pretty conservative. I want to be careful.
Brother!